Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com um novo game no canal. The Book of Unwritten Tales, o livro dos contos não escritos, desenvolvido pela alemã King Art e lançado em abril de 2009. Para a apresentação, resumo o artigo de Brett Todd no site GameSpot em 1º de dezembro de 2011. Jogar Unwritten Tales é como abrir um jogo preservado numa cápsula do tempo por décadas. Esta tradicional aventura de apontar e clicar remete aos dias em que Sierra e LucasArts governaram o mundo com franquias lendárias. A King Art criou uma fantasia alegre com o senso de humor das histórias adultas e evitou os quebra-cabeças ilógicos e impossíveis que assombram o gênero. Em suma, uma grande conquista, tanto na história quanto no design. A saga cinematográfica conta a história de uma terra de fantasia medieval envolvida numa guerra entre a aliança de bons humanos, anões, gnomos e similares e o malvado exército das sombras, abastecido com os trolls e duendes habituais. Os bandidos estão na ofensiva quando o jogo começa, com o filho da bruxa-chefe das sombras sequestrando um professor bastante parecido com Yoda. Este velho arqueólogo é o único a saber o paradeiro de um dispositivo chamado Artefato do Poder Divino, que poderia mudar o curso da guerra. Após fugir, auxiliado por uma elfa sexy e pouco vestida, ele entrega o destino do mundo e um anel dourado a um gnomo nerd. Daí você passa o resto do jogo alternando entre esta dupla e um ladino mercenário. Semelhanças com mitos do Rei Arthur, Star Wars e O Senhor dos Anéis não são meramente acidentais. Mas mesmo que a história teça muitos temas familiares, ela o faz de maneira divertida. A arte é linda, mas não apenas fofa. Algumas cenas são uma reminiscência de um desenho animado, cheio de unicórnios e arco-íris, enquanto outras estampam a guerra, como inimigos mortos amarrados em árvores. Todas as personagens são interessantes e dubladas por atores competentes. O game também mistura a sensação de maravilha de jogar fantasia com piscadelas e empurrões que quase quebram a quarta parede. Felizmente, as risadas das sitcoms não aparecem muito. Você é tratado com estranha seriedade sobre coisas como não alimentar gremlins depois da meia-noite e a chegada das notas agudas da cena do chuveiro em Psicose quando o gnomo leva uma tesoura para o chefe. As referências musicais são fantásticas, particularmente o uso do famoso In the Hall of the Mountain King, de Grieg, no início. Esses lembretes bastam para perceber que os desenvolvedores estão na piada, mas sem transformar o jogo numa farsa. A jogabilidade adere firmemente ao modelo estabelecido há muito por pessoas como Roberta Williams da Sierra. Então, você coleciona objetos e a história é praticamente uma progressão de um quebra-cabeça para outro, com o caminho bloqueado por algo como uma porta trancada ou um avô louco querendo que você faça um monte de coisas patetas antes de ajudá-lo. Tais obstáculos são superados vasculhando o cenário. Você pode enfiar quase tudo nos bolsos, então guarde o que achar. Os objetos são usados por si ou em combinações para resolver problemas. E não há impasse já em seguida a algum outro, como uma falha após uma delicada montagem. Surpresas frustrantes são, misericordiosamente, deixados de fora. Então, a lógica do jogo de aventura está na frente e no centro, mas sem exigir saltos bizarros de imaginação. Você geralmente segue o bom senso, como combinar um coelho e um chapéu alto, para demonstrar um truque de mágica. Se há um defeito, é que os quebra-cabeças se desviarem demais para a cautela, resultando fáceis demais. Por vezes, o único desafio é digitalizar o cenário para ver quais objetos podem ser pegos. Ainda assim, é bem agradável um adventure que não force recorrer a um passo a passo. Você poderia chamar The Book of Unwritten Tales de uma espécie de comida reconfortante para quem anseia por uma boa aventura à moda antiga, mas esse elogio não descreve completamente o quão charmoso este jogo é. A King Art fez um ótimo trabalho criando esta aventura de apontar e clicar, ao mesmo tempo em que permaneceu consciente de suas próprias convenções. É pena que tenha levado 2 anos para este excelente jogo chegar aos Estados Unidos. Ainda assim, antes tarde do que nunca. O bom: história e cenário imaginativos e bem-humorados, quebra-cabeças lógicos que podem ser resolvidos com raciocínio e bom senso, visuais coloridos e de desenho animado, excelentes músicas e atuações de voz. O mal: quebra-cabeças mais para o lado fácil. A nota atribuída foi 8, no conceito ótimo. Agora retomo para dizer que jogo no PC a versão da GOG com vozes em inglês e legendas em espanhol, que tive que pegar de guias Pat e Asperé, pois, ao contrário da Steam, a GOG só disponibiliza esse jogo nos idiomas inglês e alemão. Avisem, por favor, eventuais problemas no som ou na imagem, tanto do game quanto de minha câmera ou microfone. Novo jogo. Capítulo 1. Os prólogos.
Our world is at war. Only the old can remember a time without fear, without bloodshed. Defeat followed victory. Victory followed defeat. No one could gain the decisive advantage. Only now is the great end in sight. Who would ever have thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to put an end to this madness? And I didn't find the key to ending the war on one of my expeditions. Not deep in some dark dungeon, nor on the peak of a fiery mountain. No, I found it in an old book. I only hope that luck has not abandoned us. What's happened to Beetle and the Archmage's men? Doesn't he know how...
So then, you're MacGuffin, are you? Archaeologist, adventurer, and future trophy on my mother's living room wall.
And you are Monkus, dastardly son of the Archwitch Mortroga. What do you want from me?
I think you know that. Where is it? We know that your feeble-minded servant was on the way to that damned magical trickster Alistair.
I won't tell you anything.
Take him away. Mother has ways and means of squeezing what we need to know out of him.
After all, what's likely to happen? Oh well, we're several days away from the Wildlands. It's just as safe here as in the Elf Burrow. Oh, them? If it was left up to them, I'd just be spending the whole day... What's going on? No, of course I won't do anything stupid. You're right, we should get help. Quick, back to the Elf Burrow. Oh boy.
Um enérgico salto mais tarde.
Let's do it.
Está ela aqui montada. Sugestão: pode mover Ivo com o botão esquerdo do mouse. Mova até a perna do dragão. Sugestão: para dar uma vista no objeto, pulsa em cima do mesmo com o botão direito do mouse. Agora prove isso experimente com a corda.
Huh. One end of the rope is knotted tightly. I could use it to swing onto the other side of the leg.
Por enquanto é o tutorial, né? Sugestão: para usar a corda, clique com o botão esquerdo. Examine a jaula e fale com o gremlin.
The metal cage is fastened onto the dragon's harness. The old gremlin's in the cage. He hasn't noticed me yet. I wonder what secret that old gremlin's hiding. If the Shades are daring to venture so far into Alliance territory, it must be very important. Hey, hello, you there?
Who are you?
Sou uma elfa do bosque que vai salvar-te um dia. Chamo-me Evil. De fato, a pergunta é: quem é você e por que te sequestraram? Quem é você?
More interesting to me is who you are and why someone's tried to kidnap you.
Professor MacGuffin's the name. I'm an archaeologist. I've discovered something important.
And they want it?
Oh, yes. You've no idea how much they want it.
Diga-me o que você descobriu, ou não me importa, estou aqui para te libertar. Diga-me o que você descobriu.
Let me guess. Your kidnappers up there want to use your knowledge to achieve world domination?
You may scoff, but they would have to skin me before I tell them what I know.
Okay then, I'll release you and let you mortals carry on playing at war.
No! We've got no time to lose. You must take this ring. Take it to the Archmage Alistair in the town of Seastone on the coast. He will send someone to my house. The book that describes where it is hidden is there in my secret cellar. He must get it to safety.
And what about you?
I will win you as much time as I can. I can endure torture for hours, days if need be. The pain, the humiliation, the agony of body and soul.
Soa como plano. Não deveria libertar-te realmente? Você é verdadeiro herói, adeus. Não, eu não deveria libertar-te realmente?
Perhaps I should just release you and we'll do without the pain and death bit.
That would, of course, also be an option. Less dramatic, but if you insist, I can hardly stop you.
How can I get you out of there?
Good question. This cage is well built and the lock won't be easy to deal with.
I could untie the cage and then it would smash when it hits the ground.
Just like my old bones. But it's not a bad idea. On the way to Mortroga's fortress, we'll fly over the White Ridge Mountains. Everything's covered in snow there, and the dragon will fly low over the peaks. We could try it there.
That was a joke. The chances of that working are about 1,000,000 to 1.
I can't see any other way to escape. Fighting is not an option.
Let me see how the cage is fastened.
You do that. I'll be here if you need me.
No idea what's going on here, but I should probably release the old gremlin before we get into enemy territory. We'll have to see how we go after that.
Tem nada mais para examinar aqui? Examinar a carga.
Transport dragons can move great loads, like these barrels, wooden posts, and this big crate. I don't think that this stuff will help me a whole lot. That's the way up onto the dragon's back. I can't reach the support strut.
Lupa em cima da jaula aqui.
This rope fastens the cage to the dragon. I have to undo it if I want to drop the cage onto the mountains. Oh, this is too tight. I won't be able to undo this just using my hands, but if I had a knife or a sword, I could perhaps cut the rope.
O senhor tem uma faquinha, hein?
Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
O que você sabe dos seus sequestradores? Como pode voar um dragão tão carregado? Então, como era nosso plano para irmos? Não posso abrir a jaula só com as mãos. Então seguirei adiante. O que sabe dos sequestradores?
That kidnapper with his troll. Who is he?
The sorcerer. He's called Monkus. He's the son of the Archwitch Mortroga.
The Archwitch? How did she know that you'd made such an important discovery?
Beetle, my servant. I sent him on a secret mission to the Archmage. They must have caught him. Poor Beetle.
Como pode voar o dragão tão carregado?
Isn't it a trifle improbable that a 50-metre-long dragon with a pathetically small wingspan could be physically capable of transporting such a substantial amount of gear?
How should I know? I'm an archaeologist, not an aeronautical scientist. I don't concern myself with trivialities. I see it flying, so I believe it.
I, however, find it illogical.
Then it must be magic. If something isn't logical in this world, then it's always down to magic. Very practical. You can explain everything like that. Something's flying that can't fly? Magic!
Até por ser um dragão, né? A mágica explica tudo. Então, como era nosso plano?
Can we talk through this plan again, just to be sure?
You come up with a way to release the cage. As soon as we're flying close to the ground in the White Ridge Mountains, you let me and the cage drop, and then jump yourself.
Do you think you'll survive the impact?
I hope so. The dragon will have to fly close to the mountain peaks. There are lots of pine trees and snowdrifts there.
And chasms and canyons and rocks?
Yes, I know. But I've got to get back to my cottage and get the book from my cellar. They mustn't get their hands on it.
Não posso abrir a jaula só com as mãos.
The cage has been secured with a thick rope. I can't release it using my bare hands.
Then you'll have to cut through the rope.
Splendid idea, but I don't have a knife.
Then get your hands on one. My kidnappers up there are sure to be armed.
I fear that could be true.
Não serei capaz de subir nas costas do dragão sem um pouco de ajuda. O senhor faz pezinho aqui?
If I'm going to steal a knife from the kidnappers, then I need to get onto the back of the dragon. There's a support strap there. If I could reach it, I'd be able to pull myself up.
No problem. Here, take this.
A whip?
It's always served me well. You can use it as a rope.
Sugestão: encontrarás o chicote igual a todos os demais objetos no inventário. Move o mouse para a borda inferior da tela para abrir o inventário. Para examinar um objeto, pulsa sobre ele com o botão direito do mouse. Ok, seguirei adiante.
I'll just carry on then. You wait here.
Espere aqui, é uma boa ideia que ela deu para ele, né? Tá aqui o chicote, posso examinar com o botão direito.
A bullwhip made of old leather. Looks as if it's seen a lot of action in its time.
E agora eu pego para usar aqui nas costas do dragão.
Da 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 da.
Indiana Jones. Vamos pra lá.
What? Yes, I was evil and beastly. Yes, I'll bring him with me, Mother. Yes. I have to go. Why? I'm steering a dragon, remember? You know, I'm not being curt with you. Yes. Good. Yes. I'll see you later. Love you too. Oh, by the gods, how I hate her! No, not much longer, Monkus, not much longer. Soon you will have it in your hands. But you have to be careful, Monkus. Mother is mistrustful. She has her agents everywhere. And you are talking to yourself. Better shut up.
There appears to be some truth in the gremlin's story. It's vital that I rescue him. If I remain right here on the outside, then they won't be able to spot me from the driver's cabin. could really do with one of those swords, but I can't reach the stand without the sorcerer seeing me.
Ah, não posso alcançar sem que o bruxo me veja.
A thin wooden stick with the flag of the Shadow Army. The stick's been tied loosely to the railing. Got it, and the sorcerer hasn't noticed.
Pau de madeira.
I think I can reach the sword with the stick, but getting it over here would be a bit risky. The goblin would notice the stick and I'd have a knife in my stomach before I could say, uh-oh.
Ah, tem outra coisa para olhar.
An old cardboard box. It seems to be some kind of emergency kit if the dragon crash lands. There are a few moth-eaten blankets in the box, a bit of dried meat covered in white mould, and a blue and red potion, and... a line with a fish hook. It looks quite serviceable. I'll take it with me.
Fazer pescaria. Sugestão: pode combinar os objetos no inventário selecionando um objeto e pulsando logo em cima de um outro. O fio com anzol com o bastão de
I'll knot the
madeira.
line to the tip of the stick and hey presto, I've got a fishing rod. That was elegant.
Posso descer agora? Partimos agora?
I should warn MacGuffin that we're in business. Perhaps he might change his mind. Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
Então, como era nosso plano, já sabe. Estive espiando o feiticeiro. Que ele quer exatamente de ti? Uma arma?
So what is this discovery of yours then? A great treasure? A weapon?
I can't tell you. Too dangerous. And actually, well, I don't have it either.
What do you mean?
I found a clue in an old book as to where the artifact... where it is hidden.
Artifact. It. This is getting more and more cliché.
Cliché? The struggle of good against evil is never cliché.
You mentioned your secret cellar. Is that where the book's hidden? Pretty risky.
Encontrei uma espada. Agora posso desatar-te a qualquer momento.
I've got a sword and can cut through the rope as soon as you're ready.
Fine. I'm ready when you are. We're over the mountains. It's now or never.
Are you really sure?
I am. But if I don't survive, or they catch me, then you'll have to fetch the book from my secret cellar and take it to the Archmage.
Isso seria uma verdadeira e inesperada aventura.
Isn't this a strange coincidence? A young pretty elf walks through the woods unarmed and is suddenly caught up in an adventure.
Don't talk, just cut me free.
Deixe de falar, dona moça. Falando demais pro meu gosto.
The right moment is close. There's the mountain. Good luck, MacGuffin.
Wilbur, working hard at it, saving the world.
I'm almost done, yeah?
I could see. Beavering away, eh? What were you this time? A knight riding high on his horse? Or one of those funny little mages again, eh? Hey, hero. I've got a job for you. A quest. Send my new house robot off on a rat hunt. That rat's got it in for my precious hops, and if I don't plant them, beer's going to be a wee bit scarce.
I've never heard of a hero having to catch rats.
You're not a hero yet, laddie. You're still my helper. And that being the case, you'd better get your act together. Then you can finish up here and go and have some more heroic daydreams. I need to go and do a quality control check on barrels 2034 to 2038. I've got a feeling there might be something wrong with the 2030 batch. We'll see.
A thieving rat. Devious and dangerous. It always runs into its little hole when I get too close.
A música do Greg. Super famosa, clássica.
That seems to be the rat hole where the little beast plans its raids. Dwarfs are excellent stonemasons. That fireplace is proof. A large crate. It must have been delivered as I swept.
Abrir a caixa de madeira.
Let's see. Not a chance. I'll never get this crate open with my bare hands.
Peça a espada da elfa.
That's the Master Brewer's favourite spot. He likes to relax there in the evenings. It's a map. It says the country's best pubs on it. It shows the area reaching from our beautiful White Ridge Mountains down to the sea, where the humans live on the coast.
Para a cozinha. Tubulação.
The pipes run through the walls and floor. They are part of the central beer supply system, which runs through the whole bastion.
Não, a vassoura apoiada aqui não dá. Dá para ir para o exterior ou para a cozinha. Acho que para a cozinha, pegar alguma coisa para abrir a caixa, né? Examinar o aparato.
The Master Brewer says these kettles are used to make beer. This is his private setup, and the proper ones are in the cellar.
Examinar.
An old, rather dirty cooking pot.
Pegar.
Ugh! Mutant slime. Maybe I should have thrown out the rest of that chocolate pudding.
Tá que nem aqui em casa, que as panelas e pratos adquirem vida.
There is no way I'm taking that pot with the evil slime in it. Slime can be really evil. Bad slime.
Os pratos sujos.
A pile of dirty dishes. The longer the other dwarves are away, the less attention the Master Brewer pays to things like this.
Fogão.
The stove isn't used much, though this morning the Master Brewer heated up a few beer sausages on it.
Cafeteira.
A tin coffee pot. It hasn't been used in ages. And guaranteed not for coffee. The Master Brewer doesn't trust non-alcoholic drinks.
Pegar.
The coals in the oven have kept the stove warm.
Ela está quente e eu posso usá-la aqui com a babosa?
I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that pot.
Não. Olhar pela janela.
The sun is pretty low. It'll be dark soon.
Restos.
I call it A History of Dwarven Cuisine, the Last 3 Weeks, by Wilbur Weathervane.
Pegar os restos.
Ugh.
Bomba da...
This pump can be used to pump water up from deep in the mountain. Although I wouldn't bet on it still working. I thought so. Broken. The dwarves have a lot of work ahead of them when they get back. If they come back.
Lixo.
The rubbish bin is almost overflowing. Presumably it's my job to empty it, but oh well.
Pegar o lixo. Eu vou ter que ir para fora para arranjar alguma
That's the
coisa.
exit, but I can't call it a day yet. First I have to teach the house robot to catch rats. The master brewer has been my boss ever since I started working for the dwarves. He always tests the beer very carefully, and thoroughly, and regularly.
Senhor, eu não consigo abrir a caixa porque o senhor não me deu ferramentas.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir!
Aye, Wilbur.
Tem uma babosa maligna vivendo na cozinha. Como vão os controles de cerveja? Assim que você quer que eu envie um robô para caçar ratos? Onde estão os demais anões? Tenho que seguir trabalhando aqui. Tem uma babosa maligna vivendo na cozinha.
Did you know there's an evil slime living in a pot in the kitchen?
Oh, yes, it nicked a sausage off me this morning.
Well, doesn't that bother you?
Well, yes. Live and let live, I say. As long as it doesn't develop a taste for beer.
Se me roubar as salsichas, tudo bem. Agora, se quiser roubar a cerveja, aí eu vou dar um jeito nela. Ah, tem um pé de cabra aqui em cima agora. Ou já tinha antes e eu que não vi. Eu acho que foi agora que colocaram. Como vão os controles de cerveja?
Is everything okay with the beer?
That's not so easy to say. It's complicated with beer. You initially think, that tastes good. But then, bam! The finish is all off. Earthy and musty, and there's nothing you can do. But of course, you can't really tell from just one pint.
Então você quer que eu envie um robô para caçar ratos?
So I'm supposed to uncrate the robot and send it after the rat?
Definitely. Shouldn't be too difficult for you, being a gnome and all. You've got the right kind of hands for all that technical stuff.
I'm not really all that into technology. I'm more interested in the mysterious powers of magic.
Well, in that case, I'm sure there's some instructions in the crate. Shouldn't be that difficult for Mr. Mage.
E me poderá ir tão logo... E eu poderei ir tão logo tenha capturado o rato?
So I can call it a day once the robot has caught the rat?
Aye, you can go back home and get some sleep.
Oh, muito bondoso, senhor. Onde estão os demais anões?
Where are the other dwarves anyway?
All away fighting, you know that. There's been nobody here except me for years. I'm keeping the whole place ticking over. If you weren't here, lad, I'd probably have pegged it from loneliness long ago.
Todavia, não ganhamos a guerra?
What's the news from the front? The Alliance is winning, isn't it?
It's a proper mess. They just swing back and forth. It's been like that for years. Neither side has the advantage. Today, we take Finsterberg, and tomorrow the Shadow Army plunders Auenheim. Today, we take care of Garrett the Throat Slitter, and tomorrow they nobble Bella Sunnythaw. At the moment, we've got Mortroga's fortress under siege, the old Arch Witch. Not getting anywhere fast, though. It could still be years before either side gets the upper hand.
Hopefully we do.
Aye, let's hope so.
Deve se sentir muito só aqui, sem os demais anões.
Do you miss the other dwarves a lot?
Aye, there's not much going on here now, that's for sure. In the old days, it was packed and rowdy every night. Stone Chomper and Bolin the Bear, Peppo and Talon, he could beat anyone at finger wrestling. And then, of course, there was Billant, our leader with his golden tankard. Now I've only got you here. You're not exactly a party animal.
Maybe the other dwarves will come back soon.
Aye, and then they'll tell their tales of adventure, the times they've had and what they've been through. And me, I can only listen on.
I'd like to hear their stories, seeing as though I'm not with them myself.
Tenho que seguir trabalhando aqui.
I'll take care of the robot then, and the rat.
Aye, go on then.
Agora vou pegar isso aqui que finalmente apareceu, pé de cabra.
A dwarf-sized crowbar. So it's pretty big.
Pé de cabra com a caixa.
Let's see. What's that? Ah, the user manual.
Mas só a bala é manual de usuário. Ninguém na face da Terra jamais leu, fora ela.
Wood Elvish. Succubushish. Here we are. Dwarven. Thank you for purchasing an X100 house robot, the latest in house robot technology. Feed the X100 the stinking remains of your disgusting existence, but absolutely no broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Rats. There. Rat care. Rats breeding. Rat hunting. Rat hunting. In order to hunt rats or vermin of any kind, you must first feed the X100 with DNA from your target. DNA carriers include hair, blood, sweat, snot, and other things. Okay, so first I have to give the robot a little garbage appetizer to start it up before I feed it the main course, rat DNA. Finally, a simple rat trap. Let's see how it likes this. Aha! It works.
E agora como é que eu vou dar DNA de rato?
The robot is already chock full of disgusting leftovers. It can't hold anymore. Besides, it's already running.
Rede.
I know. A very roughly knotted net with loose ends. Maybe it's used for fruit. Although I've never seen any fruit around here, the master brewer prefers heartier fare.
A rede com o buraco do rato. Ou capturar o rato com a rede?
Nah, the net is pretty coarsely woven. The rat would probably slip through. Besides, I don't feel like sticking my hand in the dark hole.
Não, não é para usar.
The rat has chewed through the wood. There's some fur hanging from a splinter. Ooh, I'll take that.
Ah, tem a pele do rato aqui. Ah, resolveu fácil. Parece o bigode do rato no Gabriel Knight. Agora pega esses pelos aqui e cola como um bigode.
And now the fur. A source of rat DNA. And it's gone. It won't be back anytime soon either. Problem solved.
Partimos agora?
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
O rato sumiu por tempo.
The rat's gone.
I saw. It's amazing what you little gnomes can puzzle out, eh? The rat's lost his appetite for my hops at any rate. He won't be coming back for a while.
Can I call it a day now?
Course you can. Safe home, my lad. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you later, lad.
And another day ends. And, as usual, I didn't save any princesses, or fight any dragons, or hunt any orcs. I chased a rat off, and I didn't even do it myself. I used a fully automated robot instead. It's going to take more than that before my statue stands next to Knight Tilo in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm going to make it one day.
Hey, you! Boy! You've got to get me out of here! Quickly, please. I was abducted. An elf freed me. They want... You've got to believe me. I have the key to something that could determine the fate of the war. Listen, boy. It's too late. You see this ring? It's the key. Take it to the human archmage in the town of Seastone. You understand?
But...
all of our fates depend on it.
oh, dear, nobody's going to believe this. There's no way I'll make it down to the human town by the sea on my own. I need help. I should ask the Master Brewer for help. Or Grandad. He fought for the Alliance. That's the entrance to my family's gnome hole. We've been living here for generations. One of my dad's inventions. He calls it a time measurometer. It splits the day into 2 periods of 12 hours each and shows which hour we are currently in. A chair. That door is part of Dad's living space optimization unit. Behind it is sort of a car park for rooms. A flower pot full of potting soil. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Those are my mum's plants. She grows a lot of that green stuff. She keeps trying to genetically change the plants so they can grow up here amidst the icy mountains. My mother is a real whole wife. She spends her time on chemistry, biology, genetics and that kind of stuff. That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding down the fort. The others are all at a technology trade show down south. My dad is a mechanic and a physicist. He primarily works on, things. Mother is just a whole wife and geneticist. The baby is my little sister Sydney. I think she'll be a researcher too. She once doubled her baby phone's data transfer rate using nothing but a rattle and a rubber ball. My other little sister is Meggie, my parents' pride and joy. She mainly concentrates on robotics, combat robots to be exact. Grandad is a war veteran and conducts secret military research, whenever Dad lets him in the workshop, that is. Looks like I'm the proverbial exception to the rule. I'd rather go out into the world and become a mage, a hero like Knight Tilo. but someone has to look after Grandad and the master brewer. I'm more of a local, unsung hero. Another one of Dad's inventions, he calls it eclecticity or something. It's got something to do with hamsters. Those cogs belong to Dad's living space optimization unit. The machine takes up a total of 3 rooms in our hall. Those are the controls for our living space optimization unit. My father invented them. This is my very cool room. That's the lever for my little sister's bedroom. I'm not touching that. She builds combat robots, and she kind of hinted that she knows how to protect her privacy. That's the lever for my parents' bedroom. I can't use it until they get back. Our kitchen.
Primeiro é a cozinha, segundo é o quarto dele, o terceiro da irmã menor e o último do quarto dos pais.
My old tennis racket, although I was never very good. The catgut is missing. What did I use that for?
Ah, uma raquete de tênis. Falta a rede, ele tem a rede aqui.
I'll just knot the loose ends around the frame. Done. I wouldn't want to play tennis with it, but it does make a fine scoop net.
Bola estranha.
Hey, my mechanical flying fish Nemo. How did you get there? One of the few technical devices I ever built. Well, to be honest, actually my father and my sister really, but I did watch. It still works. A solid example of gnome technology, if I do say so myself.
Mochila.
My old gnome scout rucksack. Pretty tough that, but somehow I always had the feeling it could have been a little larger.
Não é a mochila do urso? É a mochila do gnomo?
I wonder if putting small bags and pouches in it would increase the rucksack's capacity. Our kitchen. Our flour mill. Mother makes sure we eat a healthy diet. One day we'll all be big and strong, comparatively. Master Merlin's antibacterial kitchen cleaner. The dirt disappears like magic. If only I could cast spells like Merlin, or any other household cleaner for that matter. A pale blue glowing liquid. Something tells me it's probably not good for you. My mum wrote super fertilizer on it, probably one of her genetic experiments. Mum hid the knives as a precaution. After Grandad's knife-throwing training classes last year, she doesn't trust us anymore.
Como é que ele vai pegar esse peixe voador aqui?
Oh, I can't reach that.
Não posso alcançar. E usando a rede? Não. Assim, usando a rede.
Gotcha. Of course, it's pretty cold all year round up here in the mountains. But this year, winter came particularly early. It worked. I got one.
Tem o quê? Ah, pingo de gelo aqui. Pingo de gelo na cafeteira.
It'll take a long time for the icicle to melt. After all, the pot isn't all that warm. I should speed up the melting process.
Ah, ele guardou. Agora ele quer derreter mais rápido. Examinar a estátua de anão.
Probably the statue of some famous dwarven leader. I don't know much about their history.
Examinar a lona.
The tarps are supposed to offer the stonemasons a little protection. They have to be pretty tough if they're out there in all kinds of weather. I'm not climbing up there, it's all iced up. I'd probably end up breaking my neck. Master Brewer, sir! Hello? Master Brewer, sir! Where are you? Master Brewer, sir! Master Brewer!
What? What?
We have to tell the other dwarves. There was this gremlin in a cage and he gave me this ring and...
What kind of ring, then?
This ring! It's a very important ring. The gremlin said all our fates...
Wilbur, I really don't have time for this kid stuff. I've got more important things to do.
But the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage down in the human town. The gremlin said it could end the war.
Listen, laddie, that's a ring. What's it supposed to be able to do?
It's... I have to. The gremlin wasn't lying.
Just think about it. When has anybody ever given an important ring to a little being like a gnome? That sort of thing just doesn't happen.
But...
That's enough. Now, go home. It's getting late.
I guess I can't expect any help from the Master Brewer.
Peixe voador mecânico.
My mechanical flying fish. I built that all by myself. With my dad and Meggie.
Tesoura.
Scissors from my mum's kitchen. Sharp and dangerous.
Super fertilizante.
A vial of my mum's super fertilizer.
Limpador de cozinha antibactérias super forte.
Master Merlin's antibacterial kitchen cleaner. The dirt disappears like magic. If only I could cast spells like Merlin, or any other household cleaner for that matter.
Urso de mochila, a mochila do urso.
My old gnome scout rucksack. Pretty tough that, but somehow I always had the feeling it could have been a little larger.
O anel. Ou anel.
A heavy gold ring. Ooh, it feels warm. There is some fine script on the inside, but I can't make out what it says. The icicle in the pot is not melting at all.
Cafeteira com pedaço de gelo. Lixo.
Original dwarven rubbish from the dwarven kitchens.
Vamos usar o super limpador aqui das bactérias.
I can't get close enough. It'll snap at me and slime me.
É, derreteu o gelo ali.
It shouldn't take long to melt the icicle. The stove is still warm. The icicle is gone. All that's left is crystal clear water.
Jogar água aqui na sujeira.
I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that pot.
Emblema.
That is the Bastion's emblem. Actually, an entire battalion of dwarves is supposed to be stationed here. Each battalion consists of 7 companies, which in turn consists of 7 platoons. Each platoon consists of 7 squads of 7 dwarves. Dwarves have this thing for the number 7.
Comida.
Dwarven fast food. But I'm not hungry.
Então é isso. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida. Desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.